Show of hands. Who actually likes wearing condoms? Exactly. They're the worst. They're uncomfortable. They destroy all feeling. And if you can actually manage to complete the act without deflating like one of Tom Brady's footballs, you have to waddle over to the bathroom to throw the thing away while it hangs off you like an eating disordered grub. But you know what? We still wear them because we're civilized people. Here's the thing. Fuck being civilized. I'm not going near one of those latex pieces of shit for as long as I live. As if everything I said before wasn't enough, I had to deal with what happened last night. God knows if I'll ever be able to have sex again. I'd only been on one date with Amy before yesterday, but it was obvious there was a lot of chemistry between us. So after we had dinner last night, things went their natural way. That's a nice way of saying we were grunting and sweating all over one another in the cab on the way back to my apartment. I tipped the driver extra. We made it back to my place and continued the various biological manipulations we'd started in the taxi. Added bonus to being at home, less clothing. Anyway, things progressed as we'd both anticipated, and a little while later, she was asking me to get a condom. Who was I to deny the lovely woman what she asked? I reached over and grabbed one from the nightstand. Amy took it from me and tore off the wrapper. She looked like she was considering the options for a moment. Then she leaned over and put the condom back on the nightstand and did something else to me for a little while. Something quite nice, I might add. About 9 seconds later, I had her stop. I knew the date would end pretty damn early if I let her continue. Amy obliged. Then she repositioned herself to the edge of the bed. Even I could figure out what that meant. I got up, grabbed the condom from the nightstand, rolled the thing over my stupid dick, and went to work. This time, it was for about 4 seconds. In that 4th second, something pinched the tip of my penis, hard. I withdrew faster than a Republican guard after the fall of Baghdad. I yelped as I pulled out. I heard Amy mutter, "Oh my fucking god, really?" I wasn't particularly concerned with her annoyance though. There was an intensely sharp pain directly at the entrance of my urethra. Something hard was inside the condom, no pun intended. And I realized with growing horror, it was moving. My yelps turned into a sustained shriek as I peeled the condom off while pinching the tip and feeling something wriggling under my fingertips. Whatever I was pinching crunched between my thumb and forefinger. Once I'd been freed from the condom, I saw what it was. One of those house centipedes the apartment would get whenever it rained outside. Do you know what house centipedes are? They're these things. And there was one up my dick, and I'd broken it in half. The other piece, which still moved, was lodged firmly inside my urethra. I screamed and screamed, and when Amy turned around and saw what the commotion was, she made a sound I was certain would wake up the entire apartment complex. I pinched the halved insect and tried to pull it out of me. Again, its crunchy body broke off in my fingers. I wanted to die. The piece that was still stuck in me, the piece that was still moving, was getting further inside my penis the longer I stood there. And then something happened. It's something I never expected, and it's something I still don't believe could ever occur in real life. But it did, and the world has to know. Still, before I mention it, I need to say that the ordeal ended about 15 seconds later. Amy left and I went to the hospital to get checked out. The nurses laughed, and the doctors looked disapprovingly at the nurses before turning around and shaking with laughter themselves. I was given a clean bill of health and told to make sure nothing crawls into my condom the next time I have sex. It was nice of them to give their medical opinion. The part I left out, though, was when Amy demonstrated the true nature of her character. Even though I never expect to see her again, I will be forever in love with that woman. It's because in a time of great stress, in a time when a man is suffering, and there's only the act of a great person that can save him, someone will step up and do what needs to be done. Amy was that person last night. In the throes of my misery and the pain as I flailed with terror and confusion to get the remaining fraction of the centipede out of my dick, Amy put her hands on my shoulders. She stared at me, the light of diners, drive-ins, and dives from the television casting an angelic glow on her dark skin. Then she uttered words that will both haunt and enrich my memories for the remaining years of my life. "Stop moving around so much." She let out a long sigh of abject resignation. "I can probably suck it out." Today's No Sleep story comes from username Ia. New videos every week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And sweet dreams.